with the Creativity Cave. I'm Dina Rico and I'm super excited to be stamping with you today. I've got some Stampin' Lips to put on and we are going to have fun. I have a bunch of stuff to show you, so I'm not going to chit chat too long. I have a card challenge, a prize to drawing to award, and I also have a new challenge to issue to you. Sorry, I really had to think that one through. Yikes. Okay, let me see here where my video is. Oh, shoot. Oh, here we go. Okay, I think I got it. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. It is a gorgeous day here today. I mean, really beautiful. Like, it is 72 degrees. That's not typical for March here in Iowa. And I was looking at the weather, and I'm going to Long Beach in a couple days. And it's going to be 90 to 95 while we're there. And honestly, I'm not super excited about that. Like, a girl needs to just, like, ease into this weather. You can't just dive straight in. That's brutal. So I'm really not looking forward to that. I just, it's like the boob sweat and I'm just not there. And I know some people probably are dying. But I am loving that I should be able to see the ocean because that is important to me. I do love the ocean. So I guess I will deal with some boob sweat if that is what it takes. I'm just not there. It's just such a huge change, right? Like, you can't go, well, and I think tomorrow it's supposed to be like not warm here. Let's see. I can't remember. Well, tomorrow is chance of storms, Wednesday, high of 43. So I will, and then the day we get back, 33, low of 18. That's gonna be harsh. Also, I'm gonna have to pack a coat. Oh. Don't worry, I have a lightweight coat. It's not a big coat situation. It's a light coat situation. Anyway, okay. Let's see what's happening. I'm not really sure. Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I always love seeing where everybody is. And let me know how you are doing. Oh, also, we did it. We saved the daylight savings. I feel like there couldn't possibly be a better time for that, said no one. I love the idea of daylight savings being on a Friday, right? Like a Friday at 4. That would work. I saw that as a meme somewhere this weekend. I feel like that would be really good. But unfortunately, no. Sunday overnight. And this is funny. So Carl is on a little spring break trip to Idaho, and he had a 5 a.m. flight Sunday morning. And the last time I talked to him, we didn't talk about daylight savings. But then when I woke up, he had texted me that he had made it to Minneapolis. And so he obviously got to the airport on time. So I was impressed with him. I mean, he's responsible, but those are the kinds of things like you forget or sleep through as a college student, right? So anyway, but yeah. So then this is really funny. Today he's like, "What are you doing November 14th?" And I'm like, "Why? Like, what could you possibly have?" And his school moved to the Mountain West, I think, conference. They were in the FCS. It doesn't affect him, but it's football. And so they're playing a game in Hawaii on November 14th. And so he's like, we should go. And I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking you'll have like a meet around that time. So what are you planning football games in Hawaii for? Anyway, all right. So I hope that you guys are ready for some fun. I think I'm gonna flip my camera around so that I don't chit chat too long, because you know me, I will just blah 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 blah. And I've got a bunch of stuff to show you. So let me just clear my space really quick. Oh, well, before I forget, let's do the drawing, because I don't want to forget about that. So we had our card challenge from February, which, since I was not live last week, which I appreciated because I got a little time with my girl, but I didn't do the drawing, so we got to do the drawing this week. Anyway, I've got all the tickets in my cup here, my friend's mug, because, you know. And so, and we do have an international drawing person, so obviously I can't send a bundle to you, but I will give you a digital gift. So the winner of the February challenge is Natalie Jonathas. She is in the US of A. She just lives down the road. So Miss Natalie, if you're watching, I've got a couple of bundles you can choose from, my dear. So congratulations to you. And we will get a bundle sent out to you. Now, I will have a new challenge. It will be our first card for today's live, so you can get entered into the drawing if you're interested. It will be over on the Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group, and I will get the challenge posted tomorrow sometime for you. So watch for our first project today. All right, now I'm going to flip the channel, or the camera, whatever. Oh my gosh, seriously, words are tricky. Okay, oops, let's get this straightened out. Sorry. Oh, that's why my phone is way too high. Okay, so I've got a bunch of things to share. So first off, and this was so sweet. I got this little thingamabob from Diane, who sent this to me, which was just so sweet. So this is a water well, and so the idea is you fill this up with water, and then you put it in here, and then you can touch this, and it will release. So it pours clean water in here. You can clean your brushes off, and then you push this, and then the water goes down into this thing, and then you can change it. So it's like it feeds you clean water. Of course, this is for painting. And so that was super sweet. So, and it comes with this little palette thing, which is pretty cool. I have one of these, or I should say I had one. I gave it away. So it's kind of cool that I got this as a gift, because the one I had, I gave away as a prize. So I'm excited. And this one's a little bit different from the one I had. So anyway, thank you so much, Diane. That was just such a sweet treat and unexpected treat. So I appreciate you thinking of me. Okay, next up, I got a ton of mail to share. First, I have just a beautiful card, and oh my gosh, such a sweet message in here. This is from Anne, who's on my team, and just sent me the kindest message, so I really appreciate that. And so glad that we are connected, Miss Anne, because you are just the best. Also, I've been saving my Valentine cards for a while now. Okay, I think these came together. This is from Debbie Pott. So she sent me this calendar, which, by the way, I need to get cracking on here, because we're in March already, which how's that possible? And this is awesome because I actually needed a new calendar for my office. So that's super cute. And then, was this from her too? Yes. Okay. And then a sweet Valentine card. So thank you so much for that, Debbie. And then another, this one is so sweet. I think this is from Dolly. Yeah, Dolly. Oops. This is a super cute way to do the hearts. So this tucks under and then it's just a fun opening. Isn't that adorable? I like that. And then a really cute shaker. You know, I love a good shaker. So this one is from Noreen. So adorable. Thank you so much for that, Noreen. This super cute little packet. So there were two in here. I might have eaten one. There's Kit Kat bears, and this is from Laura, and I think there was a note somewhere. It might have gotten separated, but anyway, so thank you so much for that, Laura. So cute. Then I've got this super cute card. Look at the shimmer on that. Very nice. Ooh, let's see. This one is from, oh, here we go. Kathy. Awesome. So thank you for that one, Kathy. Another cute, cute, cute card from Sherry, who's just the very best. Isn't that super sweet? Love it. Here is another super sweet card. This one is from, I think, Suzanne. Yes. So cute. And love how she did the shaker on her card as well. So fun. Here is another cute card. This one is from, I think, Mesa is how you say that. So sweet. Thank you so much for that. Mesa is in our watercolor, fall in love with watercolor. Look at this cutie patootie. This is from my friend Kim from California. So sweet of her. And look at this fun one. Oh my gosh, I love this one. All these little hearts die cut and embossed and popped up. Oh my gosh, so much from Joyce. So, so sweet. Joyce is a fellow Iowan, so I just love that. And this is just the cutest use of this two-sided paper. Look at that. Oh, so fun. So thank you so much for Carol for that card. Then I got this really cute card. This is from Branda, who's just the best. She is on my team. And oh, another beautiful, beautiful card. This one is from Nancy, who I think, well, I think was one of our winners. I can't remember if she won a kickoff bundle or if she won card challenge bundle. I can't remember. But anyway, thank you so much for the card, Nancy. I appreciate it. All right, but I've got more. Don't wait. Don't worry. Because I have not been sharing these cards. Oh, here's the envelope she made. Isn't that cute? She did like the part you cut off and then put it on the front of the envelope. All right. Here is another super cute card. Love these cherries from Brenda, pardon me. I've got a Brenda and a Branda on my team, but that is from Brenda. And then this is a really fun one. It's like a kind of a pop-up tunnel thing. Isn't that cute? This one is from Joan, who is just the best. And then this super cute card is from Wendy. She is also the best. Be Mine. This one is from Natalie. She is on my team and is just the best. So many wonderful people here. Another cute Valentine's Day. This is from Eileen. So sweet. I love the hearts. And she even like cut their arms out so they're like literally holding the hearts. That is detail, my friends. So cute. And I also loved how she die cut her envelope flap to match the edge of her card. It's the little details, right? Oh, look at this beautiful card. This is also from Anne, who is just the best. She is a really talented stamper. Another shaker. Oh, shakers just make me happy. Don't you just want to like shake them? I just love shaker cards. This one is from Sherry, who is on my team, and she's just the sweetest. So cute. Here is a thank you card from Mary, who's also on my team. Super sweet. Love those. colors. That DSP was good stuff. This is another fun one. This is a little pop-up card. Pops up like that. And this was from Linda, who's just the best. So thank you so much for that, Linda. This was, I think, a paper pumpkin card. And this is from Debbie, who's just the sweetest to send me that card. That I was going to say the best. I'm like, okay, Dina, you got to stop saying the best. Everybody's the best, but they are. Okay, this card is from Greta, who's on my team, and she makes just super sweet cards. Another really fun one. This is from some beautiful designer series paper from Patty. I love this paper. Pretty sure it's going to be going away soon, and I'm not going to be able to handle that. This is, I might have shown this card already, but this is from my friend Kim, who watercolored it. I'm just so proud. She did a really nice job. Speaking of here, oh my gosh, I got another one of these. Oh, that's good because I can put this in by my computer. Okay, so this one is from, I think, from Kate. So sweet. KD, pardon me. Love that. Yes. Oh, for Valentine's Day. So kind. All right. This one, look at how pretty that is. Oh, love all those leaves. This one is from Jill, who's on my team. She is so sweet. So thanks to her. And she sent me a little gift card. So that was pretty awesome. Actually, I was wondering where that went. So thank you so much for that. Here is another super cute card. This is also from Branda. She is the best on my team. This is actually from my upline in Stampin' Up, or one of them. And she sent me a super cute card with a little coupon. So I love that. So thank you to her. Oh, another cute Christmassy, snowy, wishful thinking card from Wendy, who's on my team. So thank you for that, Wendy. This one is another super cute one. Look at this. Sorry, I just love cards that do stuff. That's from Debbie. She's awesome. So there we go. Whenever cards do fun stuff, I always want to keep doing the fun thing that they do, you know? Do you guys do that when you get a card that does something? I just like, oh, here we go. Here's another one. Oh, this one goes like this. I always want to keep doing the thing that it does because it's so fun. Oh, so cute. So this is from Anne as well. She's just so kind. Pop up. I love it. Okay, sorry. I could keep doing that for all day. All right. And then last but not least, oh, that is so pretty. So simple. So pretty from Penny, who's on my team. So kind. Thank you guys all so very much for this mail. This is like at least a month or more's worth. So I really appreciate all of that mail that has come my way. It is just the best. All right, we've got a few things going on. Let me start out with we'll start out with this. Okay, so we're going to be doing a new event this month called Craft Like a Boss. I'm so excited. It is 6 days of live videos. Of course, they'll be recorded, so you can watch them over and over. If you can't join us live, you can catch them later. But we are going to be making 9 projects over these 6 lives. And there's a little bit of variety. They're mostly cards, but there's also going to be a few other things. I have a really cool, let's see, we've got one like treat holder, one 3D item that's not a treat holder. It might hold some other things like cards. And a 3D item that is neither a treat holder nor a card holder, but very cool. I'll just put it that way. Made entirely from paper. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. So our first Craft Like the Boss is happening March 25th. But if you would like to join us live with a packet, you need to order them by March 16th, which I think is next Monday. And we are going to have super fun things in the packet. Can I just say, oh my gosh, we've got some really fun little cute goodies for this. And you can craft along with us. That's kind of the idea here. So you're going to actually get 2 PDFs. The first PDF is going to be before the event, and it will have all the pieces and parts and guides for creating your projects. And then the second PDF is going to come after the event, and it will have links to all the videos plus photos of each project so that you can recreate it or see it in its entirety. It's going to be so much fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. The registration link is in the description of this video, so check that out. Also, our Paint with Dina members, as well as people who were in Fall in Love with Watercolor, have been working on the 30-day painting challenge this month. Those challenge prompts are in our Facebook group, and then they're also getting posted in the Paint with Dina website. I've loved seeing what you guys have been creating with your painting prompts. It's been so much fun. It's a really great challenge to just try and help you develop a consistent habit of painting each day without any stress or worry. If you're not part of Paint with Dina, it's so awesome. $7 a month, and you can enjoy all kinds of fun stuff. Or you can do Stencil Club, which gives you even more tutorials each month, including a stencil sent to your door. And that is also a ton of fun. And Stencil Club is $20 a month, and it includes Paint with Dina. So you get two for one. Anyway, it's pretty cool. All right. Then, of course, we have our Stamp Happy Academy, which is our monthly subscription with my besties, Kelly, Barb, and I. We do 4 exclusive live events. You won't see those projects anywhere else but during our lives. So we have one where the 3 of us are stamping together. That is our Stamp Happy Party. It is typically the second Wednesday of the month. It's going to be a week later this month because we'll be on stage during our normal time. And then we each do a live throughout the month. So Barb did hers, I think, on Saturday. Kelly has hers coming up, and then I have mine at the end of the month. And during those lives, we teach you different layouts, techniques, fun folds, color combinations, and all of it is geared to help you stamp quicker and more efficiently when you do have time to stamp, because we know it's precious to you, and so we want you to be able to make the best of that time. Excuse me. It's really awesome, and and when you're not choking, it's even better. I'm so sorry. All of that is, oh, and we post a class PDF and a product of the month PDF every month for you. All of that is only $20. So we would love to have you be a part of that. There is a link in the description of this video. Also, if you're a member of my team of demonstrators, you can get this for 75% off for just $5 a month. So that's a really great deal. Okay, sunshine and creativity delivered. Oh boy, this one's been tricky. I chose for our April box, we are going to be doing spring cards. And I kept it real loose because we've been having some, let's see, availability issues. I'm hoping what I want to use will be available, but it's really, we'll see. I think it'll be fine. But I have, if I can get what I want, I'll have some fun techniques on this box. So I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of products, we have new products that released during March, which there's all kinds of really fun stuff in here. We're going to be using some of those things today. This suite is just so cute. It's the homemade sweetness, and it has this jar like of jam that you can make. It's so dang cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Anyway, so there's a whole collection of products with that. We've also got this Sweet Delicate Dreams for the soccer moms and grandmas out there. We've got this wonderful match suite, and then there's a variety of bundles that are really cool. We're going to be using several of the things here today. But a couple of these are not available, but they will be back soon. So don't stress, they'll be back. It's good news because they've been popular. So looking forward to that. Also, there's a few interesting little tidbits in here. So there's a few single stamps and designer series paper and some embellishments that are just really, really cute. And another alphabet set, which actually I really like this one. And there's a cute little race car stamp set. There's just a nice little variety of goodies here. Now, if you would like to purchase anything, please remember that when you shop with the Creativity Cave, you get all kinds of awesome perks. Of course, you'll get Stampin Rewards from Stampin Up. You'll get an invitation to the Stamp Happy Party. If you spend $35 or more, if you spend $50 or more, you'll get the All-Star Video Class Bundle, and this month's is pretty awesome. It features the Cute as a Bug bundle, and the projects, you guys, are kind of redonkulous, as in just so dang cute. So anyway, you can also purchase this PDF for $15. Links to all of that is in the description of this video. And lastly, when you spend $75 or more, you will get a free card kit sent to you. We are a little behind in getting out February's card kits because let's just say I've had a little assistant problems, as in sick assistants or assistants with sick kids. So we are a little behind. I've actually been without help for a couple of weeks now. So hoping to get back on track and then it'll be spring break. So it is what it is. We'll get there. All right. So we are going to start stamping. I have some really fun projects for today. The first one is going to feature this new stamp set. I'm just looking for what I did with it. Well, I had it here. Oh no, or wait, it was peeking. It was stuck behind. So this is one of the new kind of just one-off stamp sets. It's called A Rainbow of Thanks, and it's so cute. So we're going to use these little rainbow paint swatches, which of course, I don't know. Is anyone even remotely surprised that I like this set? Probably not. I think it's so dang cute. So let's get started. And now this is going to be our challenge card, and I'll explain the challenge here in just a moment. But let's do a little stamping. So I'm going to start by choosing a color palette. And you can really go kind of any way you want with this. I'm going to go with Poppy Parade, Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, and Azure Afternoon. And if we need one more color, we'll use Berry Burst. But we'll see. I don't know if we'll need another color. Anyway, now I picked these colors. You're going to laugh about this a little bit, I think. So we're going to stamp these on here. Where did I'm looking for my sample paper that I had so that I get these on here right. Because you guys would laugh at me. I practiced this card like a couple times and I kept starting wrong, like on the wrong bit of my paper. But darn it, I can't find my practice one. Shoot. Well, we'll see how this goes. Okay. So we're just going to stamp these little rainbow swatchy paint swats, whatever these are. Okay, so this is why you're going to laugh, because I just totally cleaned my stamp right there. Okay, and then I'm kind of going, so I don't want them to be boom, 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 exactly the same. I guess I can close these because this is kind of a one-off situation. Okay, so Poppy Parade, Strawberry Slush. All right, now I'm going to, again, thoroughly clean my stamp and do Timid Tiger. And there we go. Then we've got Daffodil Delight. Now, this is a big change, so I'm actually going to change, or clean my stamp for real. Okay, because that's a big change. And then just spank our stamp a little bit to make sure that everything is dry. We'll stamp that in Daffodil. Now Daffodil to Granny Apple's pretty close, so we don't have to do any cleaning there. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I don't want to waste like 30 seconds. That would be madness, you guys. Madness. All right. Coastal Cabana is, well, I mean, I didn't have to do that, but nobody wants Granny Apple in their Coastal Cabana because that's no good. Oh, so cute. All right. And then I think one more. And this one's close, so we don't have to clean again. Now, if you're one of those people who needs to clean, that's fine. No judgment. You go right ahead. I don't want to say an ultra lazy stamper, but kinda. I'm fairly lazy when it comes to stamping. Okay, so we've got our cardstock. This is kind of a scrap piece in a way. So I took this. This is a new embossing folder. I can't remember what it's called. Something about daisies, I think. Don't you love? I don't know. Something about daisies, I think. Let me see if I can find it here. Did I miss it? Lazy Daisy. Oh gosh, of course. Lazy Daisy embossing folder. So this is just kind of a one-off embossing folder, but I loved the little pattern that is in here. So I embossed like a couple inches on here. And what I want to do is add this little panel kind of off to the side like this to this piece of cardstock. Okay, so we're going to adhere this with a fair amount of adhesive just because it's getting stuck to this panel here. And then we're just going to leave some of it on here. And then we're going to trim off the excess. You can use a trimmer too if you're fancy like that, but I'm just going to follow the edge of my cardstock like this. Don't use your ribbon scissors, just your regular ones. Because, you know, using your ribbon scissors on cardstock is kind of a sacrilege. I try not to do that ever. Okay, so cute. And then I'm going to take a little piece of ribbon. Ooh, or am I? Well, goodness gracious. Okay, well, shoot. So I was going to use the ribbon that coordinates with this. It's a 2-pack, but apparently I don't have any in my thing. So I'm going to use this white ribbon that has been, oh, that's too see-through. That's not going to work either. Okay, hold on 1 second. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'm going to take some baker's twine and improvise slightly here. Since I didn't realize that I was out of the white ribbon in my ribbon drawer. My gosh. Speaking of sacrileges. And I'm just going to use a couple lengths of baker's twine. And then we'll just tie a bow on here. So ideally, you might have a skinny white ribbon. I love that white ribbon because it's like 1/4 of an inch. So it's pretty nice. But we will make this work. Okay. And make that a little bit skinnier. Okay, so there we go. Oh, so cute. All right. And then I'm just going to, or this is going to get attached to my card base. Now here's where this set is just so stinking cute. A rainbow of thanks. Oh my gosh. Who came up with that sentiment? It's just so kind and sweet and fun. Okay, and springy, I think. So I'm going to put this on to my card. Now my panel of white is like 3 3/4 by 5. And then the black is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, I think. Or else I might have those wrong. Let's measure it. Well, I'll put the measurements on my blog. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to put all of this on a smoky slate card base. All right. So I love having kind of a neutral card base because it really makes the colors on the card pop out. And I love these little daisies because they're neutral and super cute. And we haven't popped anything up yet. So, oh my gosh, got to do that. Because that would be wild to not have something popped up. You know, white baker's twine is just like the most versatile thing. Robin says, I have to be the most cheerful and happy person I know. You make me smile. Oh, I'm really happy to hear that. And I will tell you, Robin, in full transparency, I am not always this cheerful and happy. Of course, I like to show up for you guys. I'm not going to lie. I think life has been a little challenging lately. But I mean, love being able to create with you each week and have a lovely, good time. I'm also going to take some good old-fashioned rhinestones and we'll just put a little bling on our card. Okay, now what is our challenge? Our challenge is to create a card with this layout, and the layout is a bit of embossing and then a rainbow on one side. Your rainbow can be a literal rainbow or it can be a figurative rainbow, you know, so like you can literally put an actual rainbow on your card if you want, or a rainbow, you know, that's like, it doesn't have to be your traditional Roy G. Biv rainbow. It can be rainbow-esque because we're not that fancy here at the Creativity Cave, but well, actually we're kind of fancy. Anyway, oops, darn it. My sticky is too good on my take your pick tool. Oh goodness, look at that. Blah. Okay, there we go. But they're so cute. So I just put bling on these dates. Oh my gosh. And I just took, oh, it's because it's not sticking here. Let's get another one. Goodness gracious. Get my tacky under control. And then stick that down. Don't you rip off. There we go. What I was going to say is the daisies lined up perfectly to put rhinestones there, but I mean, whatever. Okay. So it's white on white embossing plus a rainbow is the challenge. Okay. So let me write that down because you're probably like, what? It's a little bit more abstract challenge, but I think you'll do fine with it. Okay, so this is the March 2026 Stamping with the Creativity Cave card challenge. Or Stamping with the Creativity Cave card challenge for short. Okay, so you want to have white on white embossing. Okay, which is this part, plus a rainbow of color. And that can be literally or figuratively a rainbow. So I'm going to put that in quotes. So you can take whatever creative liberties you want with this, but that is our challenge. And you're just going to take a picture of your project and share it in the comments of the post, which will go live tomorrow sometime, usually in the afternoon. And again, a rainbow, it could be like pastel colors, or it could be neutrally colors, whatever you want your rainbow to be. It doesn't have to be, you know, Roy G. Biv, which is sort of what I have here, but not totally. Anyway, have fun with it. And I just love the contrast of the embossing with the bright colors. So create your card and share it with us. Okay. Now, speaking of embossing, I made a really cute card for my team swap this month. So if you were participating in the team swap and want a surprise, don't look at this next card. So because we've been working on our projects for Craft Like a Boss, I have had my Sunshine and Tulips stamp set on my desk, which that's this and this. This bundle is just so cute. And I will say that I initially was like, why are there bunny ears in this stamp set? I don't understand. They're not. They're actually outlines to the leaves on the little die cut here. But I looked at these and thought, well, gosh, there's a lot of bunny ears. It's interesting. Anyway, so this set is so sweet, so easy to use. And I actually have another card that I really want to do with this for next time, but I already had a watercolor card for today and I didn't want to do all watercolor cards. I mean, I could, but I didn't. I realize that not everybody loves watercolor the same way I do, even though they're wrong. No, I'm kidding. I know it's not for everybody, but anyway, so I do have another fun watercolor project that I want to make with this probably next time I'm live. Anywho, we're going to do just a really simple card for this one. Because like I said, I did this for a card swap and it was very simple to do, but I really loved how it turned out. So we're going to start with some strawberry slush cardstock. And I'm going to tell you, this is funny. I started with, when I was first doing this, I started with Flirty Flamingo cardstock, but ultimately changed it to oh my gosh, Strawberry Slush, because I wanted to use ribbon on it, and the strawberry ribbon didn't look good with the Flirty Flamingo that I originally did. We got over it. It's all good, but it was easy to switch. So anyway, I've got a Strawberry Slush card base. I took some of the gray granite and embossed it with a new folder. Now this folder is part of the Paradise Garden bundle, which is really pretty. I did not actually use the stamps from this bundle on this card, but this is a really nice bundle. And it's got a die that die cuts some of the leaves in this embossing folder. So it's like a hybrid folder. Anyway, I don't know if you can appreciate just how pretty this is, but when I first embossed cardstock with it, I was just like, wow. And I loved the look of these leaves, so I thought they would look nice with the tulip leaves from our Sunshine and Tulip set. So anyway, back to my card. So I embossed this on a panel of gray granite cardstock, which is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and then we're going to layer it onto a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 Pretty in Pink. Of course, all these measurements will be on my blog post. So if you're watching this, the blog post will be up tomorrow and you can see all of those details. Anyway, I'm going to pop this up onto my card because I can. We just always should pop up whenever possible. Also, I have to tell you guys something. My husband and I went out to lunch today. We got to escape briefly for a little lunch date. And we went to Culver's. I don't know if you guys know Culver's. It's a Midwesty kind of fast food place, but it's like quite a bit nicer than like say McDonald's or something. Anyway, they have a really good chicken salad. They're the chicken cranberry bacon blue salad. It's really good. I get mine without blue cheese because I think it's wrong to eat fungus like that. Anyway, my husband gets it with. Anyway, he ordered some cheese curds, and I still can't even believe this, you guys. His cheese curd was shaped like a piece of male anatomy, and once you saw it, you could not unsee it. Anyway, I, of course, took a picture and texted it to Barb and Kelly. it was kind of hysterical, and I could not believe my eyes because I was just like, what is happening? Anyway, so we had a pretty good chuckle about that. Of course, there were young children in the vicinity of our inappropriate cheese curd, but we did not let them see it. Also, I kind of had to laugh because I was like, did he eat that cheese curd? I think he did. Okay, just gonna leave that there. All right. You know, we never shy away from things that look like anatomy parts at the Creativity Cave. We've had a long-standing list of those things, so I thought you would have found that humorous. Anywho, wish you would have been there. I do have a picture of it though. I will share it on my Facebook page so you can see it. Because it was like, whoa. You know, like some people get like the face of Jesus in their toast. Not us. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I tied this bow in my strawberry slush ribbon because it's just so pretty. I guess on my swap cards I only tied a knot, but I decided to go all out and we did a bow on our card. Anyway, because I was telling a story about a wildly inappropriate cheese curd. Oh goodness. But now we're gonna stamp on this. So one of the things I love is that this set comes with these little dies, including this one, which gosh, did I lose mine? I had one die cut. Oh, here it is. And I just love this little shape. It's very, very nice. And I'm going to take the gray granite of my little embossed panel and we're going to stamp our sentiment on here. And this set has just really nice sentiments. So it says, sending a garden of love, which is just like super sweet. And I'm going to stamp that kind of way off to the left side of this so that I've got room for my little tulip. And I love tulips. I think they're so, it's just a sign of spring, in my opinion. Daffodils too, for sure, but I really love tulips. And the two-step of this tulip is just so easy. So I'm going to take some strawberry slush and I'm going to stamp this. So I did the leaves and then I'm going to do the little tulip flower in strawberry slush. And then there's the second center part and I'm going to stamp that off on my scrap paper and then stamp it in the center. And how stinking cute is that? Oh my gosh, so easy. All right, and then we're gonna put this on our card. And that's really cute, right? But it needs a little something something. I'm just taking you through the process by which I made this card because that's what I said. It needs something something. So I grabbed my, well, I'll be honest. I grabbed my 1 3/4 inch circle and was like, yeah, that's not enough color. So then I grabbed my 1 7/8 inch circle, which is just a little bigger, and boom. I was able to punch that slightly larger circle to add just a little bit more peak of color on here. All right, and then I'm gonna take and adhere this under here, like about there. And then I'm gonna, once again, because I can, I'm gonna pop this up over the top in the corners, like so. And I think that is just, we're going to center it though. So fun. Like how adorable is that? All right, but wait, there's more. Obviously we have to embellish. And I'm going to take these pearlized faceted circles. Every time I got to look at the name because it's kind of weird. And I'm just going to put one right there kind of at the base, and that just looks so pretty. And then on the inside of my card, of course, we're going to do a little bit of stamping here as well. So, and I will just say, there's so many sentiments you could use here. Sending a garden of love, thinking of you. If friends were flowers, I'd pick you. Oh, that's nice on the inside. I think we should do that. Do I have that mounted? Ooh, do I? Where do I have that mounted is maybe the more appropriate question to be asking. Here we go. All right, so if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. We're gonna add that. And that's why I shouldn't have been putting all my ink pads away. I'm gonna stamp this kind of like we did on the front. So I've got that one there, and I'll do one more tulip on the inside. But I just love how easy this is to stamp. So easy. Get rid of that, and boom. So cute. And then we'll just put this panel on the inside of our card. Easy peasy. Isn't that adorable? Such a fun card. And I love that gray granite. It's a really nice, classy color to add with these spring pops of color. Now you could do this with Daffodil Delight. You could do it with Berry Burst or Petunia Pop. Highland Heather would be so pretty. Even Pool Party, Calypso Coral, Petal Pink. I mean, so almost any color would look just, oh, Peach Pie, hello, Pretty in Pink. So many colors. So anyway, this is just a really nice little color combo for a perfect spring color combo card. That was a mouthful. All right. Then I've got one more, I think, amazing card. Not that you won't think it's amazing, but I am probably fairly biased. Okay. So for this next one, we're going to do a little stamp and embossing with another new stamp. This is another of the one-offs. We're actually going to use two. One's a bundle and one's a one-off. So I've got my stamp positioner here, and Flowers Fair is this really cool background stamp that we're going to use to do this card. And let me get rid of some of this business on here. It's a really great background stamp, and you can make this card even if you don't like to color it the way I'm going to do it. So I will give you some suggestions on that. And then because this Kit Kat's just been sitting here saying, Dina, help. Okay. All right. So I set this up on my stamp positioner, and let me tell you how I did this, because I do have a little tip. So I've got watercolor paper here, and there's these little pokey things that hold the paper on. I like to put my cardstock up against that, because then that makes it flush on the top side. And then I'm going to line it up with this dotted line right here. And then you can see I've got my little magnets holding it in place. So I'm going to start by using my embossing toolkit to do the embossing buddy all over my watercolor paper. Then I'm going to grab my thing. Now, tell me in the comments, should we heat emboss this with gold or white embossing powder? So you choose. I guess silver could work too. Let me know in the comments. Gold, silver, or white. Wendy is still giggling. I know, right? Or I think she's giggling about her comment, which is very funny, by the way. Okay, so let me know. I think I've got this inked up pretty well. And we're going to just put this in our stamp positioner and give it a good a good press. I'm moving my my camera out of the way. And I'm going to get my little rubber. Ooh, I let this go. I hope I didn't just mess this all up. Okay, that should be pretty good, I would think. All right, so lots of whites, a few golds, silver. Okay, let's see. White, 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 gold. White, gold, silver, gold, white, gold, gold. Golf. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whites and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 golds. Okay, the next vote tie breaks the tie. Who's going to tell me what to do? One more. I just need one more. Gold. Thank you, whoever that was. We're doing gold. Ooh, if I can find my gold powder. There she is. You do you. I know, right? Well, my original plan was to do gold, so we'll do gold. Okay, now I will say, as I'm kind of not running out of gold, but there's not as much in here as there once was. Let's just say that. I'm dumping my powder over things multiple times to make sure that the powder has a chance to really stick to the stamped image. If you don't do that, sometimes the powder doesn't stick super well. I will also tell you that I cut this piece to be 4 and that is where our sentiment is going to go. I cut this piece to be a little bigger than it needs to be, so it is a full 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but we're going to trim it down. And part of how we will trim it down is a little dependent on like what areas look nice and what don't. In this case, well. Okay, where did I feel like I needed one more? There we go. Okay, oh no, this is where I wanted it. Now, the secret to embossing is once you have heated up the area and it's melted, move on. Don't linger too long. All right. Whoa! Oh, goodness. Just dropped my heat tool. Okay, so let's take a stab at this. Because this is such a big stamp, it really helped to have it on our platform. Okay. Just checking. I think we're good. All right, let's get this bad boy painted up. All right, love this, by the way. Okay, so I already had a color combo in mind, which was Daffodil Delight with some crushed curry. Of course, Granny Apple Green, the happiest of the greens. And then the background, I mean, we had to, Coastal Cabana. So let's get started with this. You can, for sure, use reinkers to help this. Because it's such a big image, it really helps to have reinkers. Otherwise, it takes a bit of time. Okay. And, all right. So I love, and we might not even need Daffodil Delight, to be completely honest. I think I can probably get everything I need from crushed curry, so I'm going to put it away for right now. Crushed curry is my favorite yellow to watercolor with. As you can probably see, since there was nothing in the daffodil lid, but I've had the ink for forever. Here is our Granny Apple, and then Coastal Cabana, the color that lets us know God loves us. Obviously, it had to do this. Now, you can watercolor this card with 0 watercoloring experience. And if you don't want to watercolor this, you can stamp it on yellow cardstock and heat emboss it with gold or white or clear. Doesn't matter. Okay. Had to grab my water. So whenever I do watercolor painting, I like to use water in a jar because what happens is the water in my water painters runs out pretty quickly, and I find that frustrating. So I'm going to start with actually my background. All right, so I want to put this Coastal Cabana in the background, and I'm going to get it kind of watery. Coastal Cabana is such a happy, cheerful color. You could for sure use Summer Splash if you wanted. But what I love about this is we can really get the background going. And it can be pretty light. Like this is actually a little darker than it needs to be. But that's the beauty of watercolor, is we'll get there. And we've just got these beautiful, beautiful blooms, and we're just going throughout the background. And part of why I like doing the background first on here is because it makes it a little easier to see what is what in a kind of busy piece like this. And then also I'm just going to add a little bit of water up here, because it's okay if this is not super even and perfect. In fact, that's the beauty of watercolor, in my personal opinion, is it can be almost messy at times, and that is wonderful. Now again, no skill is involved in this except that I have a tool handy, which is paper towel, and it's not even a fancy tool. Now, the other thing as I'm doing this is you could not color these blooms. You could leave them white. So just doing this background, obviously I'm planning on painting the flowers yellow, but doing this background leaves you the option of literally painting the leaves and leaving the flowers blank, which would make them white flowers, which is very pretty to do and would be a lot of fun. I also love painting a stamped image or embossed image, I should say, because the embossing kind of keeps little lines or like guardrails up almost, so that you don't go over the edge. Okay, and then if you get kind of too harsh a line, just grab a little water and blend it out. And again, we're not going for perfection at all. That's not the name of this game. We are going for the color that lets us know God loves us in the back. That's it. That is our only goal. So fun. Okay. And I did see someone ask to do the thumbs up. That would just be so nice if you could do that. It really helps when you guys comment on videos as well as like videos, and also if you haven't subscribed to my channel. All those things help us YouTube people so much. YouTube is kind of tricky. It changes all the time, but anytime you engage with by clicking likes, you can click dislikes, it still helps. All of that just makes such a big difference. So commenting on here, that's why I always ask you where you're from. Of course, I genuinely actually want to know that information, but that's one of the things we do to help get people engaging with us. So if you're a lurker on here, I understand. No issues with lurking, but just throw me a thumbs up. That just helps so much. And of course, if you're not subscribed to my channel, could you please? Because that also helps. And I've been kind of stuck at the same number of subscribers for a really, really long time. And I'm pretty close to bumping up to the next, number, whatever that is. And I would love to get there. So if you could help me, that would just rock. I feel like I've been at the same level for like a year plus. And that's no fun. I want to grow. So whenever you engage with a post on YouTube, it really helps. Okay, so let me have this kind of weird area that I messed up. And we will cover that up with our sentiment. And then I'm just kind of finishing this off. Someone said they wouldn't have thought of the background. When you do the background on this, it makes what you paint really pop. Like really. It's kind of cool. And it obviously sets everything off. But I still like my idea of doing just white flowers, but I'm committed to yellow, so don't worry. Because yellow flowers are happy flowers, right? Okay, so there we go. All right, so the background's not perfect, which is fine. I don't need it or want it to be perfect. I'm going to clean my brush off. And I'm going to clean my brush off pretty well because we don't want our... So you can see like I'm squeezing out a bunch of water to clean that out. All right, so now we're going to switch to... I think I'm going to switch to do my leaves. So we're kind of working backwards from what we normally would do, I feel like. And I'm going to add some green. So now here's where we actually want to pay attention to what we're doing. One thing too that I don't like about using water painters by squeezing the water through is it makes it difficult to control how much water is actually coming out. So by dipping it, I can control it a little bit. And you can see I'm constantly dabbing excess water on my paper towel, and that's because I don't want too much water in here. And the reason is too much water can bleed into the background or into the yellow flowers. We don't want that. And it also can dry funny, and we don't want that. So, well, actually, we don't care that much if it dries funny on this particular one, but in general, we don't want it to dry funny. So I am, whenever I feel like it's too, like if there's a puddle over my flowers, definitely too much water. And usually that happens when you go to reload your brush. So I like to dab off the first little bits and then see how it's coming out. Like that's still a little bit much. The best way to get familiar with that is just by practicing. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll get, and you'll understand what is too much or what is not enough just by playing around with it. It does take time to figure it out. In fact, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, duh, Dina, how did you not figure this out sooner? Because sometimes it does take a minute to really understand. It was something that kind of clicked for me not long enough ago. Like, oh my gosh, water is your problem. Like, that's why you're not getting what you want. All right, so I feel like I've got the leaves in there pretty good. Now what I want to do next is let those leaves dry, and then we're going to come back and add a little bit more color to them so that we've got a nice shading effect. Okay, so let's switch over to our crushed curry, which is just the prettiest yellow. Now, one thing I will tell you, especially those of you who paint with me when we use actual watercolor paint, ink is different. It's definitely different. It reacts different. It can bleed different than watercolor paint, and it can also, ink can hold multiple colors within a color. So you have to be a little bit careful, and sometimes it's colors you might surprise you. For instance, one of the dark blues, I don't remember if it's navy or if it's mossy meadow, but one of them has a real big pinky tint in it. So it's made up of multiple colors of dye to create our Stampin' Up color, but that color can have in it multiple colors. Another one is, one of the browns has some green in it, which is like, whoa. So when you paint with it, sometimes you get, let's just say, unexpected results. Now I think this thing is supposed to be leaves right there, so I'm going to leave it plain, although I did color over some of it, but it's okay. Now you can see, rather than doing the big huge swath of color like I did with the background, and kind of I just went and did all the leaves, I'm doing just a few flowers at a time. And the reason is because I'm trying to blend the color and get kind of a gradation of color. So there's darker areas and lighter areas. Generally towards the base of each flower, I want it to be darker, and then as we move up, it can be lighter. And the nice thing about watercolor is you can constantly rework it. The key to watercoloring, no matter what, is paper. You cannot do this on cardstock because it will pill up and buckle, and it can't handle this water content. It's just too much for that paper. So you can get away with a little watercoloring on cardstock sometimes, but you cannot blend, you cannot go back over it and get the results I'm getting without using watercolor paper. Okay, so we're getting there. So isn't this pretty? And doesn't the background just kind of rock with these yellow flowers? You could also do another background color that would be pretty, would be a little more subtle, would be Pool Party or Balmy Blue. That would be very nice. You could even get away with like Petal Pink if you wanted to go kind of in a different direction. Now, I also notice that we have some of these flowers here, which look like they're different types of flowers. Also, how did I miss these huge leaves? So maybe we should paint those in a different color. What do you guys think? Should we stick with yellow or add another color? Let me know in the comments. I just love the colors on here so far. So pretty. And it really does help to have that re-inker. Otherwise you're squeezing those ink pads until the end of time to get enough paint to cover all of this big background. Okay, and then I think I'll do the buds in my yellow as well. And then we got to come back in with some green. Okay, so add another color, add another color, add another color. All right, everybody's saying add another color. Will do. And I'm going to do kind of a subtle color. I know someone said purple, but nope, that's not going to be the color. We're actually going to do pink, light pink. Like petal pink. Okay, so now I need to do some more leaves because apparently I missed some. Right there. And then whatever is happening over here, I think is supposed to be green. So we're going to make it green. And then I'm on some of these ones I did before, I'm going to add a little bit of darker color of green to this for some shading. And just, oh, that was a new one. It helps if they're dry or drier to add more color in, otherwise they just kind of blend to be about the same. Okay. Now I still want the highlight to, or the what you see the most to be these yellow flowers. So that's why I'm choosing a lighter color. I feel like someone suggested purple, and you could maybe get away with like fresh freesia or really watered down Highland Heather, but I like this because I still want my yellow flowers to be the star of the show. Okay, so I'm gonna put just a little bit of petal pink in here. So pretty, and I do really like the look of this. Like so. And then let's see here. I feel like we're doing pretty good. Remember, we're covering this up, so nobody will see that. All right, the centers of those are going to be just a teeny touch of Calypso. And honestly, I kind of hope that settles down a little when it dries, as it typically does. Watercolor tends to dry a little lighter than it starts. Okay. Let's see. There's a question. Oh, did you see that? I just dropped a drip of water. Whew, I got it. It's okay. Oh my goodness. Someone asked, will the ink pads be the same price as the present pads? The answer to that is no. And we'll talk about it when we get a little closer. We're still a ways off from it. When I go, I know a lot of people have shared about ink pads in the greater Stampin' Up! World, and I have not. And here's why. When we were initially given the information, we were asked not to share it until it was out, which is usually when we have the catalog, which we did not have yet. So people shared pictures that were from a meeting that we were given advance information about as a leader. But again, we were asked not to share that. So I did not share that because that's what we were told. And we have not gotten the official, like, Stampin' Up! Gives us official marketing information and all of that. So that's why I have chose not to share that information. It's not a customer service issue. It is, that's what Stampin' Up! Asked us to do issue. As a result, you maybe have seen it and heard it, and it kind of got out of control because, well, it just did. I won't go into any more details than that. But I'm going to Long Beach where we are getting all the official information. I'm going to see the catalog. I'm going to see the ink pads. And when I have all the information, I will bring it back to you. I'm not going to guess what the differences are. I want to see what the differences are, and then I will share that with you. I've always felt very strongly that I share and provide information based on my personal experience. And if I haven't had that experience, I'm not going to give you one thing or another, if that makes sense. So that's just my thoughts on that. Okay, so I am going to trim this down to be about 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And oh, so pretty. There we go. So if you haven't heard, we're getting new ink pads. Not all of them, just the in colors. They will be a different price. We haven't been given the price yet, so I can't tell you how much the difference is. I can tell you that the reason is because the ink pad is being completely changed, and it's based on the Close to My Heart ink pads that used to be available when Close to My Heart was open. And they are totally different. So rather than opening and flipping and sliding, they are completely removable lids, and they're magnetic. So you can stack them up, or you can like magnetically hold the lid next to the pad. And the rest, that's all I'm going to share. Because like I said, I haven't seen them in my hot little hands. If you're familiar with Close to My Heart, maybe you have. I don't know if they are exactly the same as the Close to My Heart ones. I think so. But again, I haven't had an experience with it myself, so I'm not going to share till I have. All right, so I'm going to take my watercolored panel, which, by the way, I just love. We're going to... Does painting with the inks dry faster than watercolor paint? That all really comes down to how much water you're using, what kind of paper you're using, and what the humidity is. So I would say if it was all things even, my guess is dye-based ink could dry faster. It might even depend on the pigment, because some pigments are a little different than others in paint. But as for ink pads, they're going to dry probably a little quicker because the formulation of the color is completely different. Watercolor is pigments that are ground in and a binder is added, whereas dyes are literally dyes dissolved into water. So they're totally different, even though they seem really similar, and we use them in this case very similarly, they are totally different. Okay, so we've got that. I've got a piece, I can't remember if this is Summer Splash or this must be Coastal Cabana. So Coastal Cabana is my card base. But so many factors go into this, like the type of paper you're using. Cellulose-based paper dries faster than 100% cotton paper. Whether it's humid where you live or dry where you live plays into it. So many different things can really affect how quickly something is going to dry that you have watercolored. Okay, so, well, I mean, obviously we are popping this up. I think we all knew that was coming. So I have layered this onto a panel of Granny Apple Green, pardon me, Granny Apple Green. And then I'm going to pop this up onto my card of Coastal Cabana. Now I've taken from the Forever Florals bundle. I love the sentiments in here and the dies, and I love these labels. So I die cut the smaller squarish label and then the rectangular label. And I did Daffodil Delight and Basic White, obviously. I love these because it kind of puts that little ridge around the edge of these pieces, which looks really nice, I think. And we're going to stamp our sentiment, which is "You're on my mind." I was looking at this going, it says you've on my mind. That's not right. You're on my mind. It's all good. Okay, and I'm actually going to stamp this in Crushed Curry because it's just a little richer yellow color than my daffodil. Plus, I also believe my daffodil pet needs to be re-inked. So we're going to go with kind of the safe bet, which is "You're on my mind," not the grammatically incorrect "you've on my mind." Okay. All right. Then, yes, Polly, and you're not supposed to. So that's all there is to say about that. Yeah, or Holly, sorry. Holly said that. It's been frustrating. Okay. So this is going to go right over that place we kind of mucked up. All right. And then, since I don't have my white ribbon that I was going to use on the other card, we're going to improvise on this one as well with some linen thread. So I'm going to feed, and you know, that would have been smart to do before I stuck it on here, but when has that ever stopped me? Yeah, the video was not supposed to be shared outside of demonstrators so far, but it was. And then it kind of, I don't know. I think one of my frustrations is the information wasn't made crystal clear to people. And I get the excitement and everything, but there's time. There's time for everything, and yeah. Okay. Now we're going to tie a little bow off to the very edge here with our linen thread. Actually, I think linen thread might even be prettier than the white ribbon I was going to do, although white is always nice against a background like this, but this will work anyway. All right, then on the inside of our card, I'm going to actually take some of the, oh, so pretty. I'm going to take some of the stamps from this beautiful Forever Florals bundle. Now, if you did the virtual card making retreat that Stampin' Up! Held, I think, was that last month or was that in January? I can't even remember. So much happened last month. It's like life is a blur to me. Anyway, so we've got some interesting pieces we can combine. So we did You're on my mind, and then on the inside we're going to do And in my heart, which I just love. Oh, but I did not want to ink that up in yellow. Well, darn it. What did I do with my chamois? Okay. Coastal Cabana. Okay. that goes there. And then where? Oh, here's my flowers. Okay, so then we're also going to do some flowers, which of course will be yellow in the bottom corner here. And they will fit like that. I hope you appreciate that I like to practice before doing the real thing. Do I have this the right way? There we go. Oh, so pretty. All right, so I just love this bundle. Love the background stamp and how it turned out. So pretty. Oh, but wait, there's more. You know what's coming next, I think. Most of you know. Wait, well, this is not upside down. Sorry. You got to leave them upside down, otherwise everything sinks. We're going to spritz this bad boy because we can. And then I'm also going to add some gems. And I think I'm going to stick with those pearlized faceted circles, which is like the dumbest name for an embellishment ever, but we're going to use them because they're pretty. And where did my take a pick tool go? Here we are. And I love this. Okay, we got to pull out some of these because what we can do is with the small ones, we can, oh my gosh, look at this one's like a dud. It like missed the iridescent stuff. That's funny. I don't see that very often. I'm going to put that in the center of that one right there. I'm not going to do all of them, but like I could do a couple of them and that would be fine. Like that. And then maybe a couple larger ones with the white right there, like that. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. So if you would like to learn more about watercoloring, oh my gosh, come do Paint with Dina. We have a good time every month. We have a very active group that does fun stuff, and there's new lessons each month. You can go back and watch the old ones. There's a year's worth, over a year's worth, that are pretty awesome. So let me show you the cards we made today. So we made this beauteous tulip card, and we did a rainbow with daisies. I've got all the spring flowers in today's live, so I hope you loved that. Our card challenge is this one, which is white on white embossing plus a rainbow of color. However, it doesn't have to be an actual rainbow, which you can loosely interpret it however you'd like. But there will be a graphic for the challenge posted in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group, so you can check that out. Our winner from February was Natalie Jonathas, so congrats to you, Natalie. I've got a couple of bundles for you to choose from, and I hope you'll join us for our challenge. Now, because I will be in Long Beach, I'm coming home next Monday, so I won't get home till late. And I'll probably be live sometime next week. Just it won't be on Monday. So watch my Facebook page for details on that. But thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope you have just the most awesome week ahead, and watch my social media because we will be sharing some of our shenanigans. So thanks again, friends. Like, share, and comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for being here, friends. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.